Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Money Hungry Mama podcast. I am so excited because I have Melanie here today. Melanie, take it away.
Hi, my name is Melanie. I'm the co-owner with my husband of Amici Pizzeria in Atlantic Highlands. And I don't know what else. Probably so many other things, but we're going to
You're
find
a
out.
mom of four kids.
Yes, I am a mom of four kids. My biggest role, I should say.
How did Amici Pizzeria come to life?
So I guess I like to tell people like the pizza life chose me. And I guess it chose my husband because he was born into it. He grew up in his family's pizzeria, just like a town over in Fairhaven. He kind of always thought he was gonna take it over, and then life happened, and his father passed away, and he stepped in and did what he could, but things were not easy, whatever, life, and then we were having kids and blah, 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 and he was like, "I'm not gonna take it over. This place is expensive. They didn't own the building," like, yada, yada, yada. So COVID happened right after they closed, and we thought our whole life was going to change. Like he got his real estate license, he started working at Target. I was working full time for a doctor for 13 years. Like after about like 5 months, I caught him like just watching videos on YouTube of pizza, and I was
Oh
like,
my
"You
God.
really don't you?" And he was like, "I do." So I reached out to our friend. We were temporarily renting a place actually because we sold our house, our condo during COVID. We couldn't find a new house. We were renting temporarily in Long Branch where I knew the owner of a pizzeria. So I reached out to them. Shout out to Scala's. They hired Anthony and they loved him. And he was like, I really love doing this. I want to do this. I think I could do this on my own. Like I really think we should do this. And we had the money sitting in our bank because we never bought our house. So we're like, if we're going to take a chance, this might be the only chance. So we put the money that we were going to put towards a house towards the business. And then we went and bought a house anyway, like crazy people. But it wasn't like our dream home, but we feel like we're living our dream life with this pizzeria that I think he always envisioned it to be, just not the way he thought it was going to be. And he was like, I need you to join me. So, like a crazy person, a year in, but we also got pregnant with, I'd say my fourth kid is what made me decide to go 100% into Amici. I got pregnant with him and I was like, how am I going to work at a job while my husband's running a business?
Mhm.
I can only be stressed so thin. So Marco was my little answered prayer that was like, yeah, mom, it's time to stop working for somebody else and work for yourself. And after I had him, I was like at Amici more. I started meeting people like you more. I started doing more events, booking more parties, and 100% into helping Anthony and me, like, because it's my business too. It's just that I was like a little bit removed in the beginning because
Mhm.
I still had my full time job and I was trying to be a mom and figuring that all out.
Yeah, no. And it's so funny because I don't think we ever talked about this. So, Luke, my third, I was going to go back to teaching right then. And then when I got pregnant, I was like, oh my gosh, I have 2 more years to like go
Yeah.
all in on me. So it's those little last little shockers that are like, okay, this is your sign to go
Yeah.
all in on you.
Yeah.
My gosh. Okay, so that's really cool. So he took a break and then he comes back and now you guys are doing amazing things. So for everybody listening, I did my first ever networking event at Amici's Pizzeria this past week, and it was incredible. The pizza is fantastic. So if you are in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, please go give it a try. If you have like a little birthday party coming up, great idea. We had so much fun. Now, as far as your menu, how do you come with the ideas for your menu?
It's really Anthony. I mean, help come up with specials, but
Hmm.
like the recipes are all his and everything, but like I'll see what he's doing sometimes and I'll be like, oh, you have like this and you have that. Actually, a recent idea I had, but I didn't even mention it to him yet. I was like, I love vodka sauce over tomato sauce. Like I love tomato sauce and ours is fantastic and it's
It
homemade
is
and
good.
he makes a separate tomato sauce than he does pizza sauce. But I'm like, I love vodka sauce. Like it's like if I could get vodka sauce on anything. So I thought I had the other day, I was having eggplant and I was like, oh my gosh, we need to do an eggplant with vodka sauce because I love tomato sauce, but I'm like, I love vodka sauce better. And I'm like, I think we need to do that. But I'll help him come up with ideas of toppings or like pizza toppings. I remember he made up I don't even remember what it was, but this was back in when they had their family pizzeria. I remember he made a pizza like that I thought up and he named it after me and he called it the Melania. And I'm like, I feel so special. I forget we were dating. It was like honeymoon stage, still romanticized by I still am in love and romanticized. Actually,
Love it.
we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary on Friday. 10-year wedding anniversary.
We were 10 years in May.
It's
Love
a
it.
big deal. Yeah.
It's a huge deal. It really honestly is. Now, okay, so my husband is also obsessed with vodka sauce. He always like whenever we order, he'll like put whatever it is and switch it to vodka sauce. So like chicken
Yes.
parm like with vodka sauce. Or like
And it
it's so
sets
fun.
so many things on our menu because, like, you know what I mean? Because I think it's like originally it was like something that people were like thinking of, like traditional. I mean, if you meet any like Italian pizzeria owner or like the Italians are just like
Yeah.
very they want it like simple. And when you go to Italy too, it's simple and it's beautiful. Simple is beautiful, but us Americans want like crazy out of the box, whatever.
100.
But vodka sauce is everywhere on our menu. So like if you want like a vodka chicken wrap is probably one of our most popular wraps, like vodka sauce on a like so a chicken parm, but vodka sauce instead. You could get it on a sandwich, you could get it as an entree. Like so we even do vodka meatballs. So like instead of meatballs with
My gosh,
tomato sauce.
delish.
Yes. And then we just
Love
put
it.
everything's drunk. That's basically what it is. Drunken gala, drunken meatballs.
Oh my gosh. So I have a question. As far as the recipes and things, are these like passed down from family to him?
Yes. He did learn how to make dough and sauce and everything from his dad, but I really do think he learned a lot on his own. Like, as much as being around it inspired
Mhm.
him, he really is so self-taught. Like, he loves to think outside the box. He loves to do
Yeah.
research. He learns a lot from YouTube. Like, he follows so many other like pizzeria places and chefs and he's just very interested and like he's always watching cooking shows, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't
Love
know.
it.
He loves it just food, I guess, inspires him.
That is awesome. And like it's so like cool to hear because this is the first ever husband and wife like duo that it has like a business and you guys are like co-running this business. And what I want to notice like Anthony is like the back of the kitchen, amazing, but Melanie is the outreach. So she's the one that's literally bringing the community in, literally planning these events, thinking of all these really cool things. So tell us how you kind of got into that role.
It's crazy because I never thought it would be here because I feel like I was like in college, I went to school for business management because I was like, I
Mhm.
want to manage a business. I want to be the boss. I want to tell people what to
Love
do.
it.
But then, like, as much as I feel like I do that, it's not, like, top notch. Like, marketing is really what I have to do, and I, like,
Yeah.
was despise marketing. I'm like, I love the idea of it, but I was like, I don't feel like I have a creative enough mind to think of things. And I'm, like, good at the execution part. Like, if you tell me to do something, I'll do it. But I feel like becoming a business owner, well, more so even becoming a mom, which we'll get to because I'm ready to answer your question about what it means to be a money hungry mama. But I feel like it's reaching out of your comfort zone and like not being afraid to like wear your heart on your sleeve and not being afraid to put yourself out there because we send our kids out every day to do this, go to school and it doesn't matter if kids think of you, but then we're like, we have to care what people think about us. And it's like
I
being
love
in this
that.
position has made me realize like you can't be like that. Like, and you don't have to be like that. Like, don't live in your box and never come out. Like, be excited to talk about what you do and share other people's stories or connect other people or like if I could help you because I know somebody that does something that you need, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all what I really think that's all what life is about, not even just business, like connection and talking to people. And I know we think we're connected because of social media, and yes we are, but like the in-person face-to-face, like
Mhm.
telling your true story, like it's also important. And it's what made me, I think it excites me to keep doing this.
Yeah, it's so true too. And like, knowing you and that's not the first time you said something like how we teach our children to do one thing and then we act another. And I love that you just said that because it's so true. Like we are literally like, who cares what people think? Like I say that all the time, like, oh, so and so said, I'm like, who cares? They're not in your house. Meanwhile, I like look online and I'm like, oh my God. Like I can't even read reviews of my books because I'm like, I don't want to know what they said. So it's
Hmm.
just so funny that we put ourselves in this like we're trying to raise our kids to do these things, but at the same exact time, for us, we're just so, no, like, I'm scared to do this, or I don't want people to know. So I love that. And about the community spot too, like, How me and Melanie met, like, this is how good she is what she does. It was part of my 25 Days of Christmas events last year, so if anybody was around for that, I was a psycho and I had a Christmas book come out and I challenged myself to do 25 events. One of them was reading at a coffee shop. Enter Melanie. Melanie brought her was it your friend too and your son?
My sister, yeah, and my
Yeah.
son.
And we were talking, and I went to each table to introduce myself, and she straight up goes, "I have a pizzeria. Do you want to do reading there?" And I was like, "I absolutely do. I absolutely do." And
Do you
that's
know that
exactly what
I
drew
never
it
told you this on the like, so me signing up for that, like,
in.
yes, I
Mhm.
was signing up to do something with my son because he was, like, still home with me. He's in school this year. But I remember being like, I never do anything with just him, like, activity-wise. Like, it's always all the
Yeah.
kids, like, and I would like to do one-on-one with him. So I saw that, but then I also, in the back of my mind, like, because 'cause I'm learning to be a business owner, I guess, because 'cause I'm still learning, like, we're only 4 years in. But I was saying to myself, I have to just have the courage to ask her to come to the pizzeria. Because and I was scared because I was like, I don't know who she is. I don't know what she's like. Like, she's just reading a book. Like, that's gonna be awkward. I'm gonna be like, "Hi, I have a pizzeria. Wanna come read?" I'm like, "How cringe," but, like, I'll try to make it seem not cringy.
No, you did a great job. You did a great job. By the end of it, I was like, "Here's my number. Here's this. Let's connect." And then we did. And I have the holiday series. So Valentine's Day, we made heart-shaped pizzas and read the book, and it was fantastic. And it was the only event I did for Valentine's Day, and that was really fun. But that's what I mean. Like, it's putting yourself out there because yes, you might get a couple no's for sure. I mean, who hasn't heard no? But you're also gonna get yeses, and then you're gonna make connections. And then here we are. She did the my book reading for Valentine's Day, and literally there was not one other person in my mind out of all the events that I did that I was like, "Where can I do this networking event that I'm gonna feel comfortable, that it's gonna be fun, that, we could figure something out?" And immediately it was Melanie and Amici's Pizza. Like, that was it. I was
Oh,
like, "Let me do" you were the only person I asked. I was like, "This if she says no, this is it." I was like, "This is my one-stop shop here." And I've done
aw.
countless events. So it really does say a lot about you and your personality and the home that you're making there, like even with the event. So it was shut. Even though the business was shut, people were walking in and we were like, "We're so sorry. Like, it's closed today." And she's always closed on Tuesdays. So the fact that people still try to come in all the time, that's like really incredible and says a lot about your community. So besides community, kind of turning to social media because you just admitted like you are kind of a newbie at it and things. What are some things that are working for you on there? And what are some things that are really hard?
I guess, like, the really hard for me is that I feel like we're still not, like, reaching as many people as, like, I feel like we should have
Mm,
by now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
mhm.
I mean, I don't like to I look at things, but I also feel like just because someone has 100,000 followers doesn't mean they're getting engagement or
No.
making money. So, like, I try not to judge that or look at that, but I feel like there's times where, like, we do share things and, like you were nervous and I was nervous. Like every time I do host an event, I'm always just like afraid. Like, what if I host this and then no one comes? Or like, no, what if no one buys a ticket or whatever? But I have to say, working wise, I feel like Eventbrite, or if you know another website that does like ticket sales, or if you could do it through
Mhm.
your website, like through your personal business, I do love that like accountability because I feel like once people buy something, they're like more likely, you know what I mean? Like they're more likely to come versus when you do like a free event, like okay, like, it's free. So like then you have no idea who's coming, like how many people are coming, or like you could plan for 20 people and then like no one shows up. And then so like that could, I think the accountability of charging sometimes is, worth it, even if it's just like a small amount. But it makes you are better prepared going into it. I would say the biggest thing that works and that I'm guilty of because I just feel like I don't have time and I know that's the worst excuse in the book. And I've talked to marketers who's like, don't
Mhm.
say you don't time, you have 5 seconds, which I agree with 100% is the consistency. I feel like if you're consistent, it has to be every single day. Like, even if it's just 2 minutes, you have to be consistent because that's what lasts. Like, if you do
Mhm.
something consistently for 20 days, like, okay, great. But then if you fall off for 10 or even two, or, you know what I mean? That's
Mhm.
what makes like people forget about you. Like,
Mhm.
so it's like you have to be constant exposure. And it doesn't have to be annoying. Like, you don't have to be in people's inbox every single day, every 5 seconds. But if you're posting every day or tagging people, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like on your stories, on your, reels or on your posts, like being consistent. And every time I was telling you when you left here the other night, like, we have to book the next event because that's the only way you keep going. Like, if I just post this event and then don't post another one for a year, people are gonna be like, oh, like that one event they did was great, but like, where have they been? Like, I haven't seen anything since, or like, we haven't done anything since. So,
No, it's so true. It's so true. And like how you're talking about consistently posting and doing the things. So, oh my gosh, there's so many things I want to dive deep into what you just said, right? So, the first thing is let's go back because she hit the nail on the head. I literally just sent out my weekly newsletter today talking about how nervous I was. Even though I knew that people had bought tickets because Melanie told me people had bought tickets, there was still that fear that they weren't going to show up or they were going to ask for a refund or that they couldn't come. Like, there is still that internal fear that, like, oh my gosh, like, is what we're doing going to be received? Oh, because like she said, numbers really are not what matters. I mean, we both have around the same exact amount of followers. And if you're listening to this right now, it's October 2nd. We both have around like 1,500 followers, right? So to
mhm.
me, we're not the 100,000 influencers. People, to me, wouldn't be wanting to run to the door. Let me tell you what, we had almost 20 people in that room having the best night ever. We got so many compliments. Everybody had a great time. We had an incredible time. The most genuine, amazing humans were in that room. And it's because of what we have been posting, what we have been doing, and putting our hearts into these businesses. And I think that is something that is so beautiful and needs to be said because you could be sitting on 1,500 followers, 500 followers, and being like, okay, I want to do an event and I don't think anybody's going to show up. I'm telling you, people will show up. People will show up, even if you don't have, 100,000 followers, because we forget that a follower is a person, right? Like, imagine standing in a room in front of 500 people. Terrifying,
Mm.
terrifying. I stood in front of 1,000 and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. So, like, it's these situations that are just, you have to put yourself out there. So, wanted to chime in with that because it's so true and you need to take that away from today. The second
So true.
thing
Yeah.
is consistency and doing events. It is so important to keep pushing through no matter what you're doing because it's so funny. Like, I feel like I have that online networking community. I talk about it all the time, the mompreneur table. Well, you have it that somebody on Sunday was like, oh, I didn't even know that you did this.
Yeah.
Through my stories and through my post, did we not know that I was doing this? And it's just so funny because not everybody sees everything. Like, they might
Yeah.
not have checked the day that I posted and then they came back the next day. So even
Hmm.
though, like, like Melanie said, you don't want to be salesy, you don't want to be pitchy. It's not that. If you are genuinely passionate about what you're doing and you really want to bring people in to make this community to have a fun night out, like, keep posting about it because it doesn't mean that they don't want to come. It means they didn't see it.
Hmm.
I think that's so important to like take away from that because it is so, so true. Now,
Yeah.
what is the big dream for Amici?
Gosh, I really think like I want to be like I mean, we would love to have multiple locations,
Hmm.
and we would love to be like just like a well-known pizzeria in New Jersey.
Love it. It is really good.
Thank you.
Your pizzeria is I remember, like, recently I went to a pizzeria and they had Nutella pizza, and I immediately texted her and I was like, "Do you have this? Because you should,
Yeah,
it was delicious." And she goes, "We
we
do."
do.
I'm like, "Amazing." I
Actually, I
love
have to
this.
shout out to Chef Umberto, who just hosted the Pizza Wars. We got invited to last minute because he never had been here before, and he like was literally picking pizzerias from New Jersey that he had been to. And he said one time he came here and we were closed. It was a Tuesday, and someone like last minute dropped out. They couldn't make it for whatever reason. So he hit Bobby Fraz, who is a pizza influencer. We love Bobby. He's been he came like here, I don't even know, a year or two ago when he started his like social media pizza influencer journey. And he mentioned us. So Chef Umberto came here. We went to do the wars, thought nothing of it because we're like, whatever. We're like a last minute addition. Like, we'll just go, we'll have fun. Like, you bring your own pizza, you make a pizza, but they had like these 4 very like intense judges, like foodie, like like amazing people, like Chop Champions, like
No
a guy
way.
that teaches people how to make pizza, like literally these like amazing judges. So we're like, we'll just go, whatever, have a good time. So me and Anthony go, are like, everything behind the scenes that could go wrong went wrong. My mother-in-law was supposed to babysit. Our pizza guy called out. Like, it's supposed to be Anthony's day off. We're like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Like, thank God for his mom. She knows how to make pizza. She made pizza and watched the kids like a boss, like amazing.
My gosh.
So we go to the event, we do the first round. It was like broken up by regions in New Jersey.
Huh?
So like North Jersey, Central Jersey, South Jersey, and the Jersey Shore. We win the first round. We're like shocked. Anthony was like, I thought we were going home. Like, I really was just like ready to leave. Like, I'm shocked. And then we go to the finals. So it's each winner from each section of New Jersey, and we got second place.
That is incredible. That is
It was
incredible.
so much. I mean, we've done festivals like this before and events, and like we've always like, if we win, it's fun. But if we, we just go to have fun. Like we love meeting other pizzeria owners. Like we love, like you love being around like-minded people and like mamas like that are in business. Like we love being around other pizzeria owners and like meeting, like just hearing their stories and like how you got where you are. And like we literally do just go to have so much fun, but to like the fact that we won and like got set, like we were just like literally, I'm still in shock, like still have goosebumps. And like that was on Monday, and then we had this on Tuesday. So I'm just like, it's one of those weeks where I'm like, how am I going to do it all? Like, how can I possibly
I
do it
know.
all? And I have 4 children, like, but like you just do it. And it just like,
Yeah.
but these exciting, like happy moments, like make all the little crappy moments so much, like so worth it. Like all the things that go wrong and all the bad things, like the way this fills your like heart and your cup,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean? Even if it's like whether it's, recognition, or like it doesn't even have to be money. Like it doesn't even have to be like we made money from getting second place. It's more about like it's like is what makes it worth it. Like this is why we do what we do.
Oh my gosh. And it is like incredible because, that was like the thick of being a parent that owns a business, right? Like you don't have a sitter, you need to figure out your business, and then you need
Hmm.
to go to this competition because that's huge exposure. And the
Hmm.
fact that, you have a community, you had a village that was like, yes, I'm going to step in and I'm going to help you out here and be able to do the things. That's incredible in itself. But to get second place, like how many people were there? How many pizzerias were there?
So it was there was 4 pizzerias from each region, so 16 pizzerias.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah.
My gosh. That is amazing. That is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
My
Thank you.
gosh, that is so cool. And I feel like, for like the moms that are listening that are in New Jersey that are into like influencing, right? Like micro influencing, reach out to Melanie. That is definitely an avenue of communication of like, this is kind of what this podcast is about is bringing people together. So there's anybody that's listening from New Jersey that does influencing things because she just said a guy that started a full pizzeria influencing started with their place. So, if you want to reach out and do some sort of collaboration, Amici's is definitely the place to do it.
Thank you. Yes, we love, love, love hosting and having people here whatever. Like I mean, and that's where, that's how we really started. Like that's where the name comes from. Like
Mhm.
Amici, as you can see on my shirt, it's the friends logo because Amici means friends in Italian. And when we were thinking of names, we were writing down all these names while we were renovating, and we like had pages and pages, and we're trying to think of like if it's like multiple words, like a short, like an acronym for it. And we're like, we couldn't think of what to call this place. And then Anthony was here one day actually, and I think he was rewatching. He always says he binge watched Friends before binge watching was a thing. Like he had
Yeah.
like the VHS tapes, like the seasons, I think, like in his basement of their pizzeria. So he was watching an episode and he texted me and he was like Amici, and I'm like, what? Like no context. I was like, what? He's like, that's what we should name our place. And I was like, what does that mean? And he's like, Friends. And I was like, I love it because he's like, I want to open the doors and I want like I don't want just my friends and family to come. Like, of course we want our friends and family to come to Amici, but we want you to come here and feel
Mhm.
like when you leave, you are part of our family or you are a friend. And when people, like, I think I posted it on your Facebook page, when people leave us a review or like tell us or walk up to us and tell us like, thank you so much. Like, you're so kind, or like, you made us feel like family. Like, that is like literally like the chef's kiss. Like, I literally, like, there's nothing, no better feeling in the world.
There honestly isn't. It's just like this when you're getting the recognition of all of your hard work of what you're trying to do and then somebody is like, "Wow, like I love this," and like receives exactly what you were trying to put out. It's almost like a, "Oh my god, this is like the best thing ever." It could be one comment, one review, one something, and all of a sudden it just like you're just like, "Yes, like you get what I tried and built so hard to do here," which is like
Yes,
incredible.
exactly.
The page that she's talking about is the free Money Hungry Mama Facebook group. So if you would like to see the review she's talking about, it is up in there. My gosh. Yeah, no. So now what, you want multiple locations, but we also talked about doing mobile. Like what was the thought with that?
So
Pizza on the go.
before Amici started, we
Mhm.
had a food truck and we made fresh pasta. And we absolutely loved it. Yeah, we, like, absolutely loved it, but we bought a truck that doesn't run great. Like, the lady that we bought it from, like, literally just drove, like, 1 mile a day. So if we wanted to drive 1 mile a day, I think that it could work again, but we were trying to go all over New Jersey. And we did kinda go all over New like, we're insane, but we kinda did go all over New Jersey, and the car is very old, like, it's very old. So, like, the inside of it works well, but it doesn't drive well. So, like, it was like the big thing though was that we started in 2019 and we had 20 events booked for 2020 and then COVID happened.
Wow.
Every single event that we booked and like the food truck season is like, it's like usually March, maybe February to
Mhm.
like November, October, November. So we were like gearing up. It's like January. We're like booking all these events and then March comes and we didn't there was the unknown. So every single event we had planned got canceled. And then we did kind of like come back and do a few because there was like a couple places where like you couldn't be inside but you could be outside, so like in the summertime like we ended up doing some things that we like wouldn't have probably normally been invited to, so that was good. But then we also didn't have the kitchen, like, we were using his family's pizzeria to cook our food, and then we lost that because they sold it, so, like, it was, like, a lot, so we were like, "Do we continue with the food truck? Do we where are we gonna cook the food? Because it's hard to we could cook small amounts on the truck, but, like, we can't make big batches of fresh
Yeah, yeah.
stuff. So then when we open this, we're like, maybe we'll still do it on the side. And the truck is still parked in the back. But we just like, we did a few things and then that was kind of just it. And as much as we loved it, we were like, we're short staffed in the beginning, especially. We're like, we're short staffed in here. How are we going to find staff to go to the
Yeah.
food truck? So I feel like it's still something we're talking about. But like now that, it's becoming a popular thing. And I hate to say, like, everyone else is already doing it. So don't do it because I totally am so against that.
Yep.
I had someone tell me once and it stuck with me and I feel like it was my like light bulb moment. Like, what if McDonald's said like Burger King's right across the street? Like, you know what I mean? Like, look
Yep.
at you drive everywhere around. Like, no gas station says like, oh well, that gas station's right across the street. Like,
Yep.
forget the competition. Like, there is no competition because you are you. Like, that's what you're selling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not pizza. Like, and that's what I feel like what we're doing here at Amici. Like, yes, there's other pizzerias around, but not only are we friends with them, we've built a community with them, but like we also feel like everyone has their own thing, like their
Mhm.
own dish or their own whatever, their personality that is what makes people keep coming. We've thought about doing the pizza oven mobile, so we'll see. Maybe. I would love to see that, like a mobile Michi, whether it be a truck or just an oven or whatever at a party or event.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the hibachi in your backyard, but a pizza oven.
Yes. Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
your own pizza. I love it. No, it's so true, and, like, how you just said that, I think that is something that is really hard, like, when we think about competition, like, trust me, I get in my own headspace about competition all the time, and, like, I always say this, I could talk to you guys till I'm blue in the face and, like, pick you guys up, but don't think that my own head isn't like, "What are you doing?" Right? So, when it comes to competition, I love that you just said that because it is, and is so authentically you, and that's why I always say, like, with social media, you have to show your face. Like, if you're not showing your face, people don't realize who's behind the camera, and it's harder to bond with you. Like, gone are the days where you could just be Nike and show shoes and, people that are wearing the shoes. No, like, as small businesses, you need to show the human behind that account, and that's what stands out. And, oh my gosh, I never thought of how gas stations are literally right across the street from each other, and they're like, "Nah, we're gonna
Yeah.
sell, we're gonna sell." It's so Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And I remember like, we just hosted our first networking event. And, I said afterwards, I was like, I don't think I'm doing this again. Everybody around is like doing different ones. Like, I'm cool, I'm doing it. And I'll never forget, like, somebody standing right there was like, so we have the choice of which ones we want to go to. It doesn't mean that anybody's different. We can go to
Mhm.
all of them. And I was like, yeah, that is such a cool thought, but probably still not because I'm very focused on the online.
I know, it's carving out the time, really, like, and I mean, you make
Yeah.
time for the things that are important, but it is true, like, if there's other things that you have, you know what I mean? Like, if it happens, it happens, but I even saw on your stories the other day, like, yes, you're interested in doing it, but, like, only if it's with someone else, because
Yeah.
it is hard to take on by yourself, and I feel the same way. There's times where, like, I'm like, "I wanna host events, and I wanna do this, that, and the other thing," but, like, I just know for right now, like maybe in the future, but like right now I have 4 children, 9 and under. Like I don't have time to do it by myself. Like
No,
I don't have the community, I don't have the time, I don't have the resource. Like I need help. Like just like a mom reaches out for help with her kids, like because you can't go to work and take care of your kids and go to the activities and do it all by yourself. Like you have to do the same with your business, I think.
no, you absolutely do. And like, that's why I said that because it's true to build a whole other branch of networking and in person things. Like, just like you said, you have to go out. You have to go out and get these people in. And then you're building something completely different, which is great. But also, there's a part of me that I love doing the online networking. It's the same exact thing as the speed dating, but just Zoom. And it's the same exact thing as
Mhm.
connecting and making friends and doing the things, but Zoom. So my kids are right in the next room. I do it right after bedtime and I'm still present. I don't need to leave at 4 o'clock and come back and they're already
Mhm.
asleep and I didn't get to see them before they went to bed. That's
Right.
why I love doing it the way that I'm doing it with the online because it works for me with little kids. And who knows what the future will hold. And I said on a podcast yesterday, actually, I'm just press play podcast that's coming out. But just yesterday, I said to her, like, I'll do quarterly, but with other people, because, like you said, it is really hard to do these things. And for you, you already became such a pillar in your community, and honestly, you are killing it though. Like, call a spade a spade. I mean, you have all these events. She wrangled me in. I'm doing a Halloween event there with the book. Like she's good at making these connections and doing things like you just are such a money hungry mama. And I'm telling you right now, like the connections that you've even made on Tuesday and through this, I think there's a ton of things. I have a ton of things reeling in my head of who you can connect with and like doing events at your business.
I love
I'll
it.
give them to
Thank
you
you.
after this.
Sending them my way. Well, and I mean, I feel like Tuesday was so like even my husband when he got here, like you saw, he popped in and popped out, like just to make the pizza. But he came in and he like was shocked, I think, because like I think like honestly, well, because and not like, and this is not like an offensive thing, but like sometimes like he sees what I post and like I don't give him the details. Like I'm not like I wasn't updating him. Like someone else bought a ticket. Like we were just doing that with each other. Like, but I think he didn't realize how many people were going to be here. And then he walked in and he was like, wow. He's like, it's
Yep.
loud. He's like, there's a lot of people here. And I was like, he's like, dude, good job. And I was like, thank you. And he was like, I can't believe there's so many people. Like, he's like, this is awesome. And then like he had so much fun doing it. Like, and like I said, we've never done pizza making with adults before. Like we've always do it with kids and kids are easy because they laugh at everything. And like, you know what I mean? Like it's like more
Yep.
awkward to get like adults. And he's like, and I was like, are you nervous? He's like, no, I'm good. I think I'm good. I was like, cause it is different. Like, and the parents are, with their kids, it's totally different than like adults actually just like making the pizza. But he did great. And I was like, it's like, this is what we want to do all the time. Like, this is what makes us happy.
Yeah, it was so fun. And he did an excellent job for a bunch of adults who, I mean, we acted like kids. We were so excited to make our own pizzas and it was so much fun. And I love like afterwards, you sent me the text message like Anthony says we should do this all the time.
Yeah.
I have ideas, but you need an on the go pizza oven. That's what we need.
No. All right. Well, it's on the list. So maybe it will
That's what we
happen
need. And
sooner
then
than
we
we.
can talk about my ideas. Yeah, no. I'm like, I think for everybody that's like listening to us, you just listen to two people get so excited over an event that they randomly just decided to do and it was amazing. So if you even have like a slight idea of wanting to do an event or just listen to us and just try it. Just try it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Try it and invite us. We'll be there.
Yeah, yeah. Any state, invite us because we're branching out. She's getting up on the go pizza oven. And that's what we're gonna do. I love it. So tell me, now that you work so hard on the question, what does being a money hungry mama mean to you?
It is being fearless. It is not being
Oh,
afraid to be you. It's not afraid to talk about you, talk about your business, talk about anything. Like pretend you're your kid that you're sending to school every day and they say, Mommy, X, Y, and Z did this, blah, 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 blah. And you say, it doesn't matter what they think about you. It doesn't matter how they feel. Like, think about the things that you tell your kids and now tell yourself that and go do
mhm,
that. And stop
mhm,
letting people's judgments or critiques or comments or in
mhm,
person, oh, you're doing that. Or like anyone that like you give them a business idea and they're like, oh, I wouldn't do that. That market's already saturated. Like stop, like full stop.
Mhm.
Put that person like, I'm not saying you don't have to like them, you could still be their friend, but, like, put that thought and, like, on the shelf and leave it there forever. Let it get dusty and forget about it, because if every single person that's successful listened to that person that told them that, they would never be where they are. So, if you believe in yourself and you believe about something and you're passionate about something and you wanna do it, just go. Like,
Mhm.
literally dive in. Do not get your toe wet, like, just go 100%.
Oh my gosh, chills. Actual chills. That was the first time somebody used the word fearless, and I'm literally never going back. Like, actual chills. Like, think of how, scary it is to even be sitting here, right? Like, this is going to be on YouTube and it's going to be on all the social medias and all these things. And here we are having such a raw and real conversation. Like, for everybody listening, it's not easy to do these things. Like, and I think it's so funny because I think sometimes we forget through all of the mechanics and the planned that sometimes there are raw and real conversations, especially people who aren't celebrities, who aren't,
Right.
out there with all these names. And it's like, doing things like this is scary, but oh my gosh, how rewarding.
Right, exactly, yeah, 1,000%, and I feel like too, like, the more I've been going to, like, networking events
Yeah.
and, meeting new people, I feel like we give people, like, this, like, power that doesn't have to exist, like, you know what I mean? Like, you
Yep.
don't need to be a celebrity, or you don't need to have 500,000 followers to be doing something successful or worthwhile, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't like give yourself that power, like you have that power to influence every single person you meet and life you touch. And if you want to make sweatshirts and there's already 7 million people making sweatshirts, like who
Mhm.
cares? If you love making sweatshirts, you're going to find those people that like love what you're doing because you love it. Like so like you
100%.
can you really can do whatever you want to do, and like that, like I said, like it's what we tell our kids, like, so tell it to yourself and remind yourself every day if you have to.
100%. Like, do you know how many pizzerias are in Atlantic Highlands alone?
No, no idea.
Take
But
a
probably, wow. I mean, it's so small. Maybe 4?
Okay.
5?
And
Yeah,
how big is Atlantic Highlands as a whole, you think?
it's so tiny. Like, it feels
Okay.
like a
So
mine. Like,
in a very tiny square town. Okay, let's go with Hoboken. Hoboken, New Jersey is 2 square miles. There is like a literal bar on every single block, right? None
mm,
of them cared about their competition. None of them cared about their competition. We're sitting here on a podcast where there's like 4 million podcasts, and we're still giving it our all with all of our attention because it's a passion. It's a passion for her to get her business out there. It's a passion for me to help her get her business out there. It's a passion for me to help you guys listening to get your businesses out there. And I just think when there is a passion burning inside of you, you literally cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. And then let us know when you start your business because we will support. I love it. Melanie, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me. My first podcast, I'm not gonna lie, I was so scared, and I
No,
was, like, watching all your videos, getting ready for today.
you did.
Well, today, like, 12 times. I feel like we rescheduled this 12 times. I'm so sorry that I have 4 kids and whatever, but I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to support you and your business and all the money hungry mamas that you support, and I think what you're doing is so beautiful, and I can't wait to do more events with you.
Oh my gosh, I love you so much. And honestly, like, I love that you just brought that up too, that we rescheduled. Talk about perfect timing because this came right after our event. So we were
Yeah,
able to talk about that too. So I think everything happens for a reason.
it's so
And thanks, Lil Marco, for me because if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have been coming into the book and we wouldn't have met. My book event, we
yes.
wouldn't have met.
Yes, 100%.
He's your little lucky star.
I know, he really is.
I love it. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Thank you.